The SFM Gmod community is filled with the most toxic, brain dead, and mentally deranged people you'll ever meet. This iceberg goes more than 500 kilometers into the earth. Pedophiles galore with the dumbest reasons on the face of the planet. Basically incest and so much more occur here. Worst of all, some of them still have a platform. This has gone on for way too long, and it tarnishes the good name of some of the people buried under all this shit. And I, Stormy Senpai, do not care. No, like, I really don't. I don't give a fuck. Like, why should I give a fuck about y'all when y'all don't care about yourselves? Seriously. Too many people defending pedophilia like that shit is normal. There are so many exposing videos out there, and y'all simply do not care to even bat an eyelash towards your favorite content creators that have done illegal shit. Whenever y'all decide to change, it's on y'all. We did all we could as outsiders. I made a part 1 to this, which I highly implore y'all go watch, and obviously you niggas didn't pay attention to it. Too many comments talking about their personal experience with people in the community in the nicest way possible. That's not what that video was meant for. The main topic of that video was simply put, SFMG animators don't know shit about the actual game. That's all it was. And this video will be no different. So I better not see anyone talking about the pedophiles and other shit. We all know this shit already. Anyways, with my little tangent over, let's begin. So when I say the real problem, I'm referring to problems in the community that aren't as big of a problem in the community, but it is constantly overlooked. Like y'all not knowing anything about the game. No, for real, this shit is embarrassing. Niggas ain't no Squeezer had 2 different firing modes, like come on bruh. Anyways, we can't talk about the problems without talking about the one thing that puts them on the map in the first place. Their work. You guessed it. The real problem with the SFMG community currently is their garbage, low tier, lazy, and absolutely repetitive ass work. Before we get into the animation side of things, let's talk about a common trope, posters. Let's get this question answered and out of the way. Is SFMG posters considered art? I'm gonna be upfront. The answer is yes. SFMG is most definitely art. But the majority of the quality you see coming from people in the community nowadays is garbage, to say the least. Contrary to popular belief, personally, I love the look of a well-done SFM poster. It's really cool to see your character basically being brought to life, and I have plenty of them for my pastime. But unfortunately, that's not what we get nowadays. All work is subpar, mediocre, and at best, little to no effort put into it. I'm not calling up names because there's too many to name, deadass. And it's pretty obvious when a piece has effort put into it and when one doesn't. And not to mention, but, okay, listen y'all, listen to me very good. I'm a horny motherfucker too. I'm not afraid to admit that. Nigga, I be on that, I be all over the shit. But y'all characters' body proportions are insane. Like, holy shit. Why the fuck is this bitch chest a boat? Why is it so big? For what? And that ass. Like, bro, why? Like, it doesn't even look good in the slightest. Like, please, if you're gonna do that shit, at least make it look good. Make it proportionate. Make it look decent. There's no way that there's a fucking piece of paper and then 2 fucking melons in the front. That doesn't work. It looks weird. It's terrible. It's terrible. Stop doing that shit. It does not look good. It does not look sexy. Your regular character doesn't have these proportions. So all of a sudden when you... Okay, anyways. And then another thing. Let's talk about posing. Let's talk about posing. Y'all characters are so stiff. Like, why do some of y'all characters and most of the work that comes out from you niggas looks like fucking normal SpongeBob from that one episode? Hi, how are you? Look, ugly ass. Like, that shit is... That shit does not look good. It doesn't. Your character's stiff with no expressions, anything. A fucking wave and a smile is not enough. I don't care what anyone says. That is the bare fucking minimum. And it's one thing when you do that for practice, but it's one thing when it's damn near all of your posters. And don't forget, don't get me started on weapon fucking posing too. Nigga, pointing and shooting is not a pose. Put these niggas in a defensive or fucking offensive position. Something. Put some emotion into this shit, like, please. Anyways, moving on. Let's make one thing very clear. Frame by frame work is not animation. It's lazy as fuck. Does it look terrible? I mean, no, but seeing animation with fluid expressions and motions is key to capturing your audience. And quite frankly, nobody does that anymore. I remember when YouTubers like Violet Inkling, Pool157, and so much more were the leaders of the scene at quality animations. It was a good time to be around, to say the least. Nowadays, there's only a few left that still do it, like Alex Spider, Genesis, 2Dev Sensei, and Mayuki Enderfox. I'm sure there are more fantastic creators and animators I've missed, and for that I apologize. But a lot of the old and current decent animators have, well, you know, done some heinous actions and will not be mentioned. And for the unknown animators that have amazing quality, their videos are just way too short to be called upon, in my opinion. There's only a few actual good animators to watch, and unfortunately, the community is flooded with trash animations and artwork. Before I talk my head off about this, let's go on to the next topic. Creativity. Don't sit there and lie to me. Y'all know damn well these niggas are not creative. That includes characters, story writing, and so much more. Insert typical Splatoon OC number 765,890. Super dramatic and sad backstory. Powers of a god with literal zero weakness. Has no shortcomings or anything that make them relatable besides the fact they're most likely an introvert. Oh yeah, can't forget the inner evil dark side with dinner that comes out, typically named Dark whatever the character's name is, and has literal zero fucking drip. Anyways, you get the point. A lot of y'all characters designing, story writing are also typical, and that's not saying typical isn't bad. I mean typical as in what everyone in the community does. Always gotta involve demons and shit, bruh. Like, what's wrong with having a somewhat weak character with struggles, dog? Take this series called The Laughing Inkling by Clay Entertainment. While it's the typical school struggle plot, it's so much different and relatable compared to whatever everyone else creates. And I mean that with all seriousness. If you want another good example of story writing and voice acting, look at this series called Crimes of Maintenance. Man, what a breath of fresh air for the niggas with Dragon Ball powers. Some real struggles, some real shit, like, man, dog is crazy. I know what you're thinking, but people can do whatever they want. I know that shit, but I don't care either. I'm a judge as I want and please. So if you got a problem with anything I've said and I've said throughout this video, cope. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Until then, see you all next time.